Good morning, ninth class students. In previous class, fifth lesson, diversity in living organisms. In that, I explained about kingdom Plantae. Once again, I repeat about kingdom Plantae. Plants are autotrophic organisms, multicellular organisms which can prepare their own food made in the process of photosynthesis. And also, I explained about the classification of plant kingdom. Okay, now I will explain about classification of animals. Do you know, children? Kingdom Animalia can be categorized into different phylums. Kingdom Animalia can be categorized into different phylums. First phylum in Kingdom Animalia is, first one is phylum Porifera. Phylum Porifera. Do you know examples of Porifera are sponges? I will draw the diagram of sponges. See here. These are sponges. They live in water. If you will observe in sponges, we can find out little differentiation. We cannot find out any differences in the body of sponges. If you will observe sponges, they have small pores in their body. They have small pores. Pores means hole. That's why they called as phylum Porifera. Porifera means pores. They have pores in their body. They live in water, no? They live in water. They are stationary, means they stagnant in one place. They cannot move. So, they have some pores, no? With the help of these pores, water may enter into the body of sponges and useful materials may enter into the body of sponges and waste materials may come outside along with the water. Example, sponges. If you will observe in sponges, we cannot find out any differentiation. Next, second phylum, phylum Coelenterata. Phylum Coelenterata, also called as Cnidaria. This phylum also called as Cnidaria. Phylum Coelenterata. Example of this phylum is Hydra or jellyfish. Hydra or jellyfish. Now, I will draw the diagram of Hydra. See here, or you also draw along with me. This is Hydra. They live in water. If you will observe Hydra or coelentrates, they are multicellular organisms. They show little more development compared to sponges. They live in water. Okay. Example, Hydra, another one is jellyfish. If you will observe in jellyfish, this is jellyfish. They live in water. They are diploblastic. They are diploblastic. What is meant by diploblastic? Diploblastic means they have three membranes in their body. That is outer ectoderm and inner endoderm. They have two layers in their body. That is outer ectoderm and inner endoderm. So examples of coelentrates are Hydra or jellyfish. Hydra and jellyfish, etc. are the examples of coelentrates. So they show some more development compared to Porifera. Now I will explain about third phylum Platyhelminthes. In Kingdom Animalia, third phylum Platyhelminthes. Examples of organisms which belongs to phylum Platyhelminthes are flatworms. Flatworms are also called as planaria. Planaria. Do you know, children? Platyhelminthes, the worms which have flat body. Flat body. If you will observe in this group of organisms, body is dorsoventrally compressed. If you will observe, already we know that. If you will observe ribbon, they looks like, these worms looks like ribbon. These worms looks like ribbon. That's why they a name called Platyhelminthes. Platy means flat worms. The body will be dorsoventrally compressed. If you will observe in this group of organisms, we can find out they are triploblastic. Triploblastic means they have three membranes, that is ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. Three layers will be, that is outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm and inner endoderm. Phylum Platyhelminthes. The worms which belongs to this phylum are flatworms. Why? Because the body will be dorsoventrally compressed. The body will be dorsoventrally compressed. They are triploblastic organisms, means they have three membranes, that is ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm. Outer layer, middle layer and inner layer. If you will observe in this group of organisms, some are parasitic. Parasitic means which causes harm or diseases to other organisms, or some are free living. Some are free living. For example, if you will take planaria, planaria is free living, means does not cause any harm to animals. But if you will take some organisms, some worms, may are parasite, maybe parasite means may cause some diseases. So this is about phylum Platyhelminthes. What is the fundamental character? Body will be dorsoventrally compressed. Another important point in phylum Platyhelminthes are bilaterally symmetrical. Bilaterally symmetrical. Bilaterally means if you will cut the organism into middle, two equal halves will be produced. That is called bilaterally symmetrical. I will explain bilaterally symmetrical with the help of a simple way or simple diagram. See here, bilaterally symmetrical means if you will cut the organism into in middle wise, two equal halves will be produced. For example, see here, this is flatworm. If you cut the flatworm into middle length, two equal halves will be produced. That is called bilaterally symmetrical. See here, two equal halves will be produced. That is called bilaterally symmetrical. This is about Platyhelminthes. Now I will explain about fourth phylum, phylum Nematyhelminthes. Nematyhelminthes are also called as nematoda. Examples of Nematyhelminthes are, first one is earthworm. Earthworm or leech. Leech means jalaga, or neris. Neris means in Telugu it is called gaju purugu. They are under comes to Nematyhelminthes are nematoda. These nematoda organisms have three layers in their body. Already we know that. That is ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. Ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. They are segmented body. They have segments in their body. For example, I draw the diagram of earthworm. See here. This is earthworm. If you will observe in earthworm, we can find out some segments in their body. So, if you will observe some organisms which belongs to Nematohelminthes are parasitic. For example, if you will take roundworm, roundworms are also called as ascaris. All we know that roundworms are also called as nulipurugulu. In Telugu it is called nulipurugulu. All we know that. If you don't know means ask your parents or ask your mother. Nulipurugulu mandu vestudu untaru chinnappudu. They cause some diseases to human beings. They under comes to Nematohelminthes, roundworm, ascaris. Here, this is ascaris. But if you will take some organisms, for example, if you will take earthworm are also called as farmer's friend. No, why they are called farmer's friend means they increase the soil fertility. Here, earthworms increases the soil fertility. They have segments in their body. Some are free living like earthworms. Some causes diseases, so called they are called parasite. If you will observe phylum Nematohelminthes, they have pseudocoelom. Very important, pseudocoelom. Listen properly, children. This topic also comes in 10th class also. Okay, that's why you have to listen carefully. Pseudocoelom. Pseudo means false. Coelom means space. This space filled with fluid. This fluid helps to transport materials within the body. So, these are the characters of Nematohelminthes. Nematohelminthes is also called as nematoda. Example, earthworm, leech or nidus. They have 3 layers in their body. That is ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. They are segmented. They have segmented body. They have segments in their body. If you will observe, some organisms which belongs to Nematohelminthes are parasitic, means which causes diseases to human beings. Example, roundworms. Some are free living. Some are, for example, earthworm. Earthworm are also called as farmer's friend, which help increase soil fertility. They have pseudocoelom. Pseudo means false. Coelom means empty space. The space which is present in their body filled with fluid, which helpful for transportation. They also shows bilaterally symmetrical. What is meant by bilaterally symmetrical? If you cut the organism in center position or in middle of the organism, 2 equal halves. See, right and left we can find out 2 equal halves will be produced. This is called bilaterally symmetrical. Okay, children, this is about Nematohelminthes. Okay, in this up to here we learned 4 phylums. One is Porifera in kingdom Animalia. We learned 4 phylums. One is Porifera, example sponges. Second one is Coelenterata, example hydra or jellyfish. Third one is Platyhelminthes, example flatworms or planaria. Fourth one is Nematohelminthes or nematoda, example earthworm, leech and nidus. In the next class, I will explain about 5th phylum, that is Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata. Last one is Chordata. Okay. So, we learned 4 phylums in this class. In the next class, I will explain about some more phylums in animal kingdom. Okay, children, this is about kingdom Animalia, first 4 phylums. Okay, thank you, children.